Dorian, it's getting worse. I've been doing the things that you have said in these videos, and it's getting worse. That is a great sign. That means that you're much closer to being free. This has happened to me. It is a sign that the old program is fighting against the new program. You've seen it on TikTok. I've experienced it myself online. You've seen it where you're trying to get out of a bad relationship, but it seems to get worse. My marriage was bad, but when I filed for divorce, it seemed to get worse the year and a half because that old program did not want me to be free. Now you're stalking. You're taking pictures, and my daughter's bringing me pictures because at that time, we started doing the weekend, every other weekend during the divorce process, the separation part. She's bringing me pictures of you where you've been stalking me and sneaking pictures, and I have those pictures, real skinny. And he's sneaking around, and I'm having to get a restraining order, and the anger and the violence and all that stuff has increased. You thought it was bad then, and that's what it is with our situations. It's not good. The finances are not good. The relationship is not good. Where you work is not good, but you settle for it. You accept it. You believe that that's all I can have. But when you decide that you're going to expand, grow, evolve, and change, and you want more for yourself, that old system is not going to let you go easily. And we have seen where people have ended up deceased because the relationship was bad. But once she decided to get out of the relationship, now he's doing even more stuff and ends up taking her life. And it could be flip-flopped as well. You say, well, Dorian, the depression and the anxiety has gotten worse. I've been doing the work. I've been doing your 31-day intention cards on anxiety. And it seems like I'm worrying even more. That is a good thing. It may not feel good, but it's a sign that you are this much closer to becoming free. Me, myself, when I was creating the cards, I don't worry about anything. I uprooted the tree and the anxiety situation 20 years ago. But when I was creating this deck, I was telling my partner, I was like, babe, I'm starting to worry and think about stuff. And it's because I was tapping into that energy of the collective of what people do when they're worrying and they have anxiety, because I don't worry about stuff. But when I was writing it, that's what was happening. Even when I did the financial deck, I'm like, hold up. I got this thing on lock. What is happening? And that's what you will think too. You're like, man, I'm sitting here doing these affirmations and these intentions, and this is breaking down and this is happening even more. This is why I was starting to do this process so that I could stop having that. But that's the old programming saying, oh no, we get loans around here. Oh no, stuff breaks down, and it fights against what you're doing. So keep going, be encouraged. It took me 1.5 years to get divorced, which was ridiculous because we didn't own anything together other than 2 kids, not even a lawnmower, a vacuum, or a black ballpoint pen. We didn't own anything together. We were renting a house. So for it to take 1.5 years, it's because that's how bad that program wanted me to stay. Because just like I thought, okay, it's been 3 months since the divorce started. The process is almost over. He throws in an accusation. Stuff has to go into discovery. If you've been through a divorce, you know what that means. Now we got to go through discovery. And then 3 months later, and then 3 months later, 1.5 years, and we don't own anything is because it was just fighting to keep me there. So be encouraged. It's okay. It's just a sign that you're much, much closer to being free. And whatever you apply, if it's in a relationship, if things start to look past all that. We ignore all the circumstances anyway. That's the whole point of manifestation. You ignore the circumstance, ignore the situation, and you keep speaking, you keep writing, you keep visualizing, you keep feeling. You can do all of them together. Or if you like one better than the other and you don't really care for one of the modalities, you don't have to do that. You do what works for you. And just know you are much closer than you think.